I guess
like
you
cartoon,
should probably be minding your P's and Q's there, John.
I feel like you could see.
I'm
like,
at
the
the park.
steam
I
going over.
got a head start.
And he has no idea what's going on.
Right.
I know I would be, as we're walking out, I'd be like, do you need anything? Ice cream?
A cool pool.
Some gelato? Oh.
God, that man is useless.
Is gelato a thing in 1940?
Oh, yeah.
They existed, but I don't think a small town would have had up.
Yeah. But the ice cream parlor would have been the place to be, I feel like. Back in the day. What else?
Yeah, but it closed down in the 20s because they were all up in a roar about the Sundays and yeah. So, who's a history buff now?
Darren just,
well, you're wrong.
Darren just texted me. He was like, what do we have for dinner? And I'm like, chicken food. Let's see how it responds.
Go grab one of them chickens.
No, it's all like their feet.
Oh, man.
About to have some chicken nuggets.
Cornmeal.
In there, he'll be fine.
Anyway, so you guys leave the police outpost. I'm going to jump over to Charles and John and see if they want to do anything in particular.
I'm sure
other than continue monitoring the town hall.
Getting, I've inspected this bush 10 times.
I mean, at this point, it's been like 2.5 hours, and you're like, what in the fuck?
I mean, we're going to spend all day watching the damn town hall anyways, so we're watching either way.
All right. So, I mean, you see Gail and Max walk out of the police outpost. Both of you see this. You see that, again, at the town hall, the mayor hasn't... As far as you know, the mayor has not left.
His car's still there and everything?
Yes, his car is there.
When I walk out, what is the sign made of that has got the sheriff's name on it? So
it's a steel fence post, and it's actually like they poured cement around.
Yeah, but like the sign's got his name. Is that a wooden piece that's on the steel?
Oh no, it's like an actual official like steel signpost.
Okay.
So
FYI, series for later.
Comes back with a fucking wheel grinder, like mine. I mean, I guess you could roll your repair auto skill to see what kind of bolts are holding it on, I guess.
I was more or less wanting to know the size of it. Is it like a 2x4?
It's like the street sign. It's like a street sign size.
It's like a 2x4 almost.
Yeah, about the same size, yeah.
Okay, just keep going.
So yeah, you see Gail and Max walk out of the police station, unharmed. Gail looks like her blood pressure's,
through the roof.
Yeah.
I would be walking towards John and Charles with like a look at my face, like she's fucking past.
Low key, the sheriff's my favorite character just because it makes Caitlin mad. So
I'll point my thumb and like gesture towards maybe the store again and see if we want to meet up over there.
Actually, I would stop John as I met up to him. I would try to kind of speed walk, catch up to John, and point at John like, "Come here," kind of situation.
So some people watching this could have a.
No, like you would look at me, and then as you're looking at me, I would kind of go like that.
Why? So you're walking up to me, but you're telling me to come to you at the same time.
Oh, because I don't want you guys to go across the street, go to the store yet.
I wasn't going anywhere.
Okay, I was
staying at the park. Just because he says words doesn't mean I'm doing those things.
I know, but I just didn't want that to happen. So it was my way of making sure that doesn't happen.
Ladies, you're both pretty.
Oh, okay. I mean, if I see that as well, then I wouldn't go, and I'd just meet up with y'all.
Okay. So as I walk up to John, I would say, you should probably stick around the park for a little bit. the sheriff is going to want you to come look at Numbnuts. And because you're the only medical person in this fucking town, apparently. And he's going to look for you, and I would prefer, we probably wouldn't be a good thing for you to be with us where we're at while he's looking for you.
Why are you talking to a random stranger? I'm just sitting here in the park and I'm going business.
Fucking guy.
Ooh, I just shoot my pants. Stop making eye contact with me, stranger.
But I just wanted to get that out there, and then I was gonna before the sheriff comes out of the sheriff's office and sees us all like congregated, I'm gonna be like, all right, head into the store. See you guys in a minute. And I would just walk towards the store.
Yeah.
People in this town are just weird.
Did you? Huh?
The people in this town are just weird as hell. Just come up, take your sandwich, shit, and then walk off.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be quick and efficient here.
Are you following Max, or did you kind of linger and leave after he did?
She's an ice cream parlor. She needs ice cream.
Ice cream does not fix everything.
What is that thing?
I feel like I would have walked out with Max. He went over to talk to the guy, so I feel like I just go straight to the store, so as not to attract
Yeah, that's kind of my thought process.
a lot of attention.
Okay.
Is there an ice cream parlor?
No.
So the general store probably have ice cream in it.
Actually, yeah, the grocery store probably would.
Drugstore. would.
Free ice cream.
And it's not free. I have to pay for it. I gotta order this. The grocery store just started making money again. We got a lot of debt to pay
That
off.
means you gotta have a Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
As soon as you start making money.
Just not sounding like your uncle's organs.
Right, and you have to have their Black Friday sale before Thanksgiving.
Actually, I feel like we probably
Just like you put up your Christmas decorations before fucking Halloween.
honestly, we probably don't have ice cream because the store was in such a hot, like, so far in the red that it's like one of those things that was like
I
it's
feel
so
like,
disposable. There's a lot of waste that
Plus
goes
the-
with it.
Plus, the town is so small that it just wouldn't be.
but I feel like you would have the ingredients available to make your own ice cream if you wanted to.
I'm not that advanced.
No, I mean that makes sense. You're still
Gail's clever, but I don't know.
you're
if she's...
you're building.
You
your
went
stock
to
back up.
It would
college.
take so long to do.
Does it really
I
take-
could literally make ice cream in under 20 minutes right now.
Well, great for you.
And
With what's-
go.
I mean,
if you had the ingredients, in
let's,
front of 'em. It's really
let's see. He has milk, sugar, vanilla, and ice.
And
I
all of
and
those
salt.
things would have been rationed back in the 1940s,
Yeah, and you
and
salt
I
for
don't feel
this.
like wasting it making ice cream.
She
I'd
doesn't-
rather.
She doesn't want ice cream, right?
Right.
Just a suggestion.
She's
And you
just
have my-
mad. She's on her period. It's fine.
Why does a woman have? Hold on.
Oh god.
Why does a woman have to be on her period to be angry?
Because that's the only way you're allowed to emote.
No,
I'm just kidding,
I could
dude.
be perfectly angry and also not hormonal. It's perfectly fine.
It doesn't
Kidding.
She's just mad she isn't a man, that's all.
Well, it doesn't have to be period. It can be hungry too. I've dealt with that many
I
times.
agree. All I've had to eat is an apple. Although for someone my size, I feel like that's perfectly fine.
It could be. I was gonna say I just watched you eat a turkey leg. So,
That's what she
My
calls-
character,
Damn.
all my character canonically has eaten today is an apple.
that's true. None of us really eaten.
All right. Anyway, so you all are. John, did you agree to hang out separately from the group, or are you going
I was
back?
gonna do it regardless of what he said. I was going to just stay right there.
Was just throwing it out there. Is all I was doing.
Okay.
You tell me what to do. You don't tell John what to do.
He's got a new type of law in town.
As
Yeah,
a college
I'm
student, wouldn't you be more open to lectures than anyone else at this table?
Not from a bunch of hicks.
We're in Idaho. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not south. You're not southern.
You don't have to be in the
Northern
South to be a
redneck
hick.
I was gonna say,
Southern redneck.
the Midwestern United States is very southern-like.
Is Idaho in the Midwest technically?
It's west of us, right? Where's Idaho?
We're Midwest.
Idaho is out near. It's like south of Montana,
That's
southwest
definitely
Montana.
Midwest.
All right, I guess. Sorry,
You ever
sorry,
seen?
Idaho.
Have you ever seen?
Again, sorry, Idaho. We don't know geography.
What the hell is that?
I did not.
We are all a failure of the American education system.
Next time
You're
we do
right.
a campaign, base it where we live.
Have you ever seen Yellowstone? Goddamn it, Montana.
I've never been. No, I want to go.
Have you ever seen the show? Yellowstone?
No.
No, I have
No.
time.
Oh, you guys would get like that show.
Okay.
That was good.
Caitlin writes, watch Yellowstone. All right.
Oh, never mind.
What?
There we go.
How do you read this sheet, Tim? I've had your sheet in front of me for the past hour.
The sheet of
It's called Wear Beer Goggles.
No, it's called Be Spanish.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yep. All right. Okay. Fair. Fair is fair.
I've been looking
Press
at,
the ESP button.
I've been looking at my handwriting for 30 years. That's the difference.
Mine's bad too. That's why I type everything.
Anyway, so 3 of you decide to return to Gail's apartment. That is
But
still
separate ways.
right.
We don't
I
want
mean,
to
it's still slightly disheveled. I mean, there's some stuff that's still very broken. And then Gail's phone rings.
Gail's phone rings.
I answer it as quickly as I reasonably can.
Go for
You
it.
hear your mother's voice. Where the hell have you been?
In the snapshot of my memory, Sundays are like my day off, so I shouldn't have to do anything. I've been at home where I always am.
The hell you have been? I called you 2.5 hours ago.
Well, I had to go into the sheriff's office. Uncle Will broke into my apartment.
What do you mean he broke into your apartment?
I mean, he literally barged in and tore up my apartment, Mom.
Willie wouldn't do that.
No, he wouldn't, but he did. Something's not right about him. The sheriff took him and put him in the drunk tank.
Anyway, I haven't heard from you since Saturday night, and I tried to call you this morning. I thought you were dead in a ditch somewhere.
With parents that harass Max, I think he'd giggle because you can see the frustration on her face.
I'm a grown adult. I'm allowed to have hobbies.
You're also alone, sweetie.
I slept in. I was up.
You weren't at church.
I know. I was up really late last night. I was reading a really good book. You know how that goes.
I mean, I swear I drove past there and I didn't see any lights on in the apartment.
I don't know. Why are you driving out late at night?
I was leaving the festival. It was dark. I would have been able to see your
left the
lights.
festival and walked.
Right. I drove home from the festival and just happened to swing by the store to see if you were there. And
I was handing out food in the back, and I was organizing stuff back there for a good while.
I'm just worried, sweetie.
But no need to be worried. I'm fine.
All my friends say that you've been wandering around with this man.
Bro.
Oh, I was helping him out a little bit. Yeah, the newcomer. He's kind.
I mean, but what about, your husband?
It's not like that, Mom.
It never is at first.
Hey, you're
He's
married?
way too old for me. And plus, he's from the city. Like,
I mean, your father's older than I am.
not by that much. Mom, I'm like 28. He's like 40. Gross.
He might have a good job and a pension.
He does have a good job and a pension, but so does my husband.
Just broke, man.
Wait, did you
Seriously, he's just looking for that guy. You remember the homeless guy that handed me that note?
I don't know. I had a lot of wine that night, sweetie.
In public, Mom?
It's the
In the
Harvest
middle of the day.
Festival.
That would be acceptable.
Your father drove. It's fine.
I just said she drove.
Yeah, she was saying.
Okay, I convinced your dad to drive by, all right? I was concerned.
Well,
There's a homeless
the
guy
truth
that
always
gave
comes
me a
out.
note. I asked you what I should do with it. You were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I should read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's apparently the guy that the investigator is looking for, and he gave me the note. So he needed my statement, and then he doesn't know his way around town, and I figured I better keep an eye on him because you know how it is when outsiders come in. We don't want them snooping around everywhere. So I've been helping him go around town.
Okay. I don't know. I'm concerned that you're just lonely and looking for attention.
Damn.
Good lord.
Oh, damn.
No.
No, sweetie, I didn't mean it to come out that harsh. I know it's been hard without your husband.
It's been rough. The store is finally back on its feet, though. Yeah, I've been putting a lot of energy into that, and it's kind of nice to have some other adults besides you to talk to. Frankly, I mean,
What's wrong with talking to me?
nothing. Just you always play the mom card.
Well, I mean, I am your mother.
Jesus Christ. That's all.
Did you just cuss at me?
No.
You just said the worst thing.
Almost got knocked out of my chair.
Oh, by who?
No, this is out of game. Fucking Jesus.
It worked out perfect.
Oh.
You just said fucking Jesus. He that guy
This is above game. Oh my god.
I couldn't help myself.
Playing mom
though.
perfectly.
Oh, Jesus. Did you just cuss at me?
Just praying, Mom.
All right.
My Lord Jesus.
I missed church. I gotta make up that prayer. I gotta fit it in.
Lord, Lord, Lord.
Pray for forgiveness. All that.
I can't help but think of the meme, when you're on the phone with your mom, and it's that, I know. Playing mom perfectly.
Hey, I've spent a lot of time around a mother, so
Your own?
yeah.
Too many long phone calls that you wanted to hang up on.
Yeah, I mean, my dad does that shit too, but 45-minute fucking phone calls every time.
Yeah, if you're really concerned, come swing by the store tomorrow morning. I'll be here.
Oh, I mean, I was thinking we were getting together tonight. Aren't we supposed to get together on Sundays, I thought?
What? No, Sundays are my days off. I do what I want.
I don't know.
What
I thought
I
you were...
want.
We have dinner like most of the other weekdays.
You can hear the blatant disappointment in your mom's voice. All right, sweetie, you do what you want to do.
Listen, I got a really good book. I'm just having some me time.
My book matters more than you, Mom.
I'll see you tomorrow.
My Lord.
Yeah, I love you, sweetie.
Also, you might want to check up on your sister-in-law. I'm sure she's wondering where Uncle Will is. So,
I mean, she hasn't said anything to me.
Not a good thing.
I say you she did.
Actually, I do have a question to ask you.
Oh, what?
You notice anything weird going on lately?
Weird how?
Like buildings being open later than they should be?
Oh, no.
Or
I mean...
like strange creatures wandering around at night?
I think you've been reading too many books, sweetie.
I knew that was coming.
People talking like weird languages?
It's time to stop reading and get you a baby.
Have you been listening to, like, a weird radio station? Like, I don't understand.
There is that one, but no, it's just some things have not been adding up lately.
9 out of 10
No,
radios.
the weirdest thing was I heard Stacy put salt in her cookies. That was weird.
Were they caramel?
No, they were sugar cookies. I think she mixed up the sugar and the salt.
No. Yeah,
Those were some nasty cookies.
Salt and fucking sugar cookies.
That's weird.
I mean, I've had some salt in cookies.
I had for caramel ones.
I mean, most cookie recipes have salt in them, but to mistake the salt for sugar,
It's a bad day.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's more what she's saying is.
I think she had to have done that on purpose, if I'm honest.
I feel like 9 out of 10
She's
stations.
too smart to have done it by accident.
I feel like 9 out of 10 radio stations that you can get in town are probably like religious talk stations with some like Christian music or whatever.
At most of access like 2, maybe 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. There would be like
You
one.
got the news station, you've got like,
Depends. Are you listening AM or FM?
well, AM was the only thing back
Yeah, they
in
didn't
the
have
day.
FM back then.
They didn't have
Didn't
FM.
they have
FM didn't come out
Hmm.
until the late 50s, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, that shows how much I know.
You'd have a sports thing going on.
I
or
can tell you
something.
my 61 Ford.
Yeah, like
AM
boxing
radio
fights
was-
to be
Yeah.
broadcast over radio.
Right. So
You
you'd
know,
have like the news.
Cinderella Man
sports,
type of deal.
Maybe music if you were lucky.
All right. Anyway, I was just checking up on you. It's been weird since
Since
you haven't
yesterday?
been- You haven't been home. I don't know.
I've been home. I live on my own. How would you know I'm not home?
Like I said, I had your dad drive by and the lights weren't on.
Just because my lights I'm conserving electricity. Like we're supposed to be doing. Aren't you doing that? You're supposed to be. Support our troops, Mom. Conserve electricity.
You know how I feel about it when it gets too dark.
Okay, well, conserve your electricity. Turn the lights off. It's important.
I mean, I use candles.
Good. Support our troops. I love you. I gotta go.
Okay.
My teapot's boiling.
I don't hear it whistling. All right. And so she hangs up the phone.
Thank God.
Well, FM radio was invented before, but it wasn't used in cars until 1952.
Well, right. So the radio that I would have been referring to would be her home radio.
Yeah, pretty much everyone. I wouldn't have a TV.
But yeah, they only use FM radio was invented in 1933, but it wasn't implemented for use like common. I can't think of the word right now. But anyways, for people to use until
General
It
public.
wasn't popular.
it was general public until
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wanted to clarify.
Well, AM radio travels really far.
While we're
does.
clarifying things, Idaho is not in the Midwest at all. It is in the West solidly.
Okay. Well, either way,
So
anything-
accents justified.
No, they're not. They don't have accents.
I'm kidding.
Hell, they don't. I've been to Idaho.
All right. I
It's
saw
like
a
saying
couple-
Montana doesn't have accents.
I saw a couple TikToks saying that they don't.
Oh,
have a lot of-
TikTok. Oh.
Yeah, they're
The most
official.
reliable source of information.
Of course
So,
it is.
it's like saying go to Montana. They don't have an accent.
All right.
Oh.
So Gail hangs up her phone from her riveting conversation with her mother.
I feel like I would look at Gail and I would say, having overbearing parents, I know the feeling. I get you.
Um,
I'm 28. You think by now? Like
I'm 28.
I have my
I'm
own
28 as well.
place. You used to live with your parents though.
I do. I don't think I have a choice at this point.
Anyway,
so as the day passes,
Hang on. The day doesn't pass yet.
Oh.
What are we doing?
I don't know. You tell me.
Are we just going to sit back, post back at our outpost, looking at the mirror?
Yeah,
actually, I
that's
feel
what I
like
thought.
we can probably see a bit of the park from my apartment.
Mhm.
I feel like we'd keep an eye out for John and.
Well, John stayed, but Charles followed us, right? Right, Charles?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it was three of us here.
Yeah, so you just see me out in the park with my gun out shooting at random birds.
Ah, they're cameras.
Exactly. Birds are real.
Anyway,
Fucking.
So
so eventually you do see the sheriff approach John. And when he approaches you, he's kind of like, "What are you doing here?"
Just enjoying a day off from study.
Okay, there's a lot of. I guess the park is kind of nice. But
Say, there's not much to do in town.
I don't know. I figured read a book indoors. I guess I don't know what you fancy college kids do. But anyway, I got a guy I need you to come look at the station.
I'm just a college student. You should get a doctor.
Well, see, I would have got the doctor, but the doctor decided that this holiday was the holiday he was going to be out of town. And you're the closest thing to a medical professional in town.
I guess the humble students there.
All right. Well, then I guess we're going to go this route. I need your help, and if you don't help me, I'm going to slap you with impeding investigations.
What do you highballing me for?
Well, like I said, the doctor for the town isn't in the town currently. He went on vacation. I think he said something like Miami. And I know.
All these people going to these big cities.
That's what you did back then, though. You would go to the big city, right?
So
Was Miami even a vacation destination back then, though?
Sure.
it's got a beach.
I mean, it seems like you'd rather go to California than considering how close that would be, though.
That's too close.
Maybe his parents are in Florida. What the fuck are you, goddamn Dick Tracy? The motherfucker just threatened to slap fucking, like, charges on you if you don't help him.
Alright, well, we'll take a look at your guy, but I remember I'm a suggested student.
Okay, I just need you to look at some cuts and some bruises. That's all. Maybe, look at a lab result and see if you can tell me
Lab result?
Oh,
that was just science fiction. Get a lab result back within a couple hours.
I don't know. Well, I mean, he didn't say he already had it. Maybe look at a lab result, dog.
More like collect a lab result. You gotta send that out. Yeah. I don't know if forensics were really a thing.
I'm sure they were, but it would take a
lot
of time.
There's toxicology back in the day still.
But it would just take a lot of time, that's all. Yeah. Either way, the sheriff doesn't know what he's talking about half the time anyway, so he's just throwing shit out there.
Right.
I mean, he won't see that stuff. He won't know what any of that is.
Well, just like, there's no way a real fucking police officer would be like, yeah, if you don't help me currently, I'm going to slap you with impeding.
I don't know, if you're a one-man show in town, he might say something like that.
I don't know.
Especially to saw a little, he thinks he's king shit,
Yeah. Actually, I need to take a quick bathroom break.
Bathroom break? You realize we've already recorded for almost 2 hours.
Well, let's not here. It'll draw flies.
We'll go use the restroom then.
I'll be right back. You guys can talk and scheme. I'll be right back.
So, I'm debating whether or not Charles would like to call back to New York to report in his progress with his investigation, 1, and 2, see if he tells them that there's way more disappearances here in town and deaths that have gone largely unreported.
I feel like that'd be a good idea just because of the fact that you would, in case something happens to you, you'd want your superiors to know what the hell's going on. That way they could potentially send the cavalry if they could, is the best way to put it.
Exactly. That and maybe we can possibly get someone
kind of like
on the phone. Maybe John's professor. And see if we can't ask about some symbol.
Yeah.
Or
specifically
towards the ritual.
Especially like with what Caitlin was saying too is true. It is wartime right now, so it would be hard to get resources. So we have to have a pretty good reason for them to do something. So short of you disappearing it'd be hard, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're a detective. I know they take the police force a little more seriously about losing their people.
But I mean, they would take that kind of thing seriously. I feel like if it is wartime and there's murders going on.
Yeah, they would. I'm just saying.
People are limited right now.
Absolutely.
They don't want people dropping like flies.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we would need evidence and proof that people are missing.
I agree. Yep.
And if the local authorities are in on it, they're not going to provide that evidence.
Yeah.
I already looked at the town hall, all the toxicology and death reports, and I had my peepers on it.
You're just one guy, and you're suggesting a really big conspiracy here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're on the right track to have enough evidence, but we're not there yet. Kind of like we agreed on earlier.
I definitely think though that you should say you're looking into some multiple disappearances and multiple deaths when they did it. Like, give you a report.
Yeah, tell them what you're finding. Mm-hmm. Like, there might be more to come, kind of situation.
Right.
And I would probably give them I'm going to call back by this time tomorrow or whatever. And if you don't hear from for a certain amount of time, you should be worried, legitimately worried, kind of situation. Oh.
I mean, that fact that someone also broke into my hotel room because I've been snooping into stuff would be alarming to them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree.
Actually, for that, I imagine they'd probably send you out a partner, or...
Yeah, they might send a second person out. If they have the manpower for it.
Means I could just be reckless. Go down shooting.
No, I do know. If I remember correctly, wasn't it the 40s a really bad time in New York City with police?
I think so, yeah.
My understanding is the police had like a unofficial deal with the mafia. Basically, you help keep spies and the foreigners out. We'll let you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is I should roleplay, then I report back to a Don, not the police.
I mean,
you got to call the Don first. Like, hey, I'm gonna tell my chief of police this. Just an FYI.
Hey, Don Corleone, there's a whole situation going on over here. Some real satanic shit.
We need the boys out here.
Can you send the reinforcements from Las Vegas?
All the way from Las Vegas?
I feel like that'd be the
Oh, yeah, the fucking mafia was helping run those casinos for sure.
yeah. I feel like that'd be the closest mafia
helping run.
relation.
That's crazy.
I need a device.
I think I know what device you might need.
Yeah, I Kaiju Dunkaroo Dog.
You're all good. Get them upstairs.
Why don't you do it at home?
work. Y'all gonna need new
I was fighting it back for the last hour. All right.
No,
You could do it in the lawn.
usually
Blame the dog.
you just leave it.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I always make sure the toilet flushes. Thank you.
And then when I go to pee, it doesn't flush anymore miraculously.
Sucks to suck.
Oh, jeez.
Roll better on your dice.
Plunge better. Damn it.
Ladies, please stop paying.
I fucking feel way better now, though.
Glad.
So, are we feeling like sneaking into the mayor's house tonight?
Is the mayor left?
Nope. Yep. Well,
I mean, even if he
That's what you
hasn't,
can tell.
once at nightfall, sneaking in and looking around.
but I'm going to point out
Probably.
a massive character flaw here. Somebody's married and spent the night in a barn with 3 men.
Yeah, no. I was concerned. But nobody knows that except for us. So it's fine.
And the people watching us.
It's okay. It's purely plutonic. And you're assuming people are
I
watching.
mean, we also are going through a very traumatic,
It's how
scary
people game-
experience, and we're all marked for sacrifice at the same time, watching each other's back.
Right. I tried to be like, I need to go back to my apartment. I'm married, and nobody was like, no, you should. You guys should. You shouldn't do that. We shouldn't split up.
That's not our problem. That's yours. You should have fought harder for your husband, but you didn't. And you chose to be unfaithful.
I wasn't.
Maybe she doesn't want a satanic cult running the place while her husband's gone, or when he comes back.
What? We weren't anywhere near each other.
1940 standards, that's all it takes. You're in the same room. Especially a barn.
Yeah.
So when the
Maybe she took one look at the octopus and was afraid of every Japanese person's wet dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that didn't exist for another 40 years, yeah.
No, it's coming up soon.
Also,
It'll be coming up soon. Yeah, we
they
bombed
did
into it
have.
apparently.
I did look it up. They did have blood testing, but it wasn't perfected until the 1950s, so it was highly unreliable.
It's just human blood. It might be cat blood.
This is also fancy.
Cut his arm. It's black.
Says the dude who's like,
That ain't right.
yeah, it's a good thing you weren't the other your boy, because
I really wouldn't want to be the person who does that autopsy. Well, I guess he's not dead, so there's no autopsy report yet.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
It's gonna be a time.
But I really wouldn't want to be the person that has to do an autopsy report on one of those bodies.
blub blub. Oh.
Sounds like I made it.
Can your toilet fit 8 bully or 8
I told myself I'm not replacing that thing until I redo that bathroom.
Oh my god. What were the billiard balls?
Yeah,
8 billiard balls down it? Not 9, but 8.
Yeah.
What happens if you get to the 9th one? Do you think the toilet just implodes?
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry about that.
Yeah, no big deal.
All right. Back to John and the sheriff. So you agreed to help the sheriff check out said William.
I mean, I got credit.
All right. So you and the sheriff make your way back to the police outpost, and you see a now... he's no longer restrained, William, in the cell.
The fuck did you get restrained?
As you enter the station.
I guess he would know that we didn't unrestrain him, so it wouldn't be something weird for him.
Right. So, the sheriff looks at you and be like, yeah, we just need to do a quick blood draw and check him out.
I mean, shouldn't he be doing something?
What do you mean?
Uncle guy. Shouldn't he be, I don't know, trying to break out of the cage or something?
From your perspective, it looks like he's sleeping.
Oh, good. So I say, Sheriff, I'll need you to step in with me in case he turns violent.
The sheriff's like, I mean, he hasn't done anything violent so far since he's been here, but yeah, sure. He opens the cell. He hands you a blood toxicology kit that they just happen to have on hand. He asks you to get a blood sample and to check out the bruising on his face and make sure that, he's not going to just die in the cell.
Without getting closer, I'd like to observe him. See if he's breathing, see if he's awake. Eyes are open, that sort of deal.
From the distance that you are, the rising and fall of his chest would indicate that he is sleeping. Just because the rhythm is slower and more deep, so it's in out in out.
So is his back to me or what?
No, he's in a bed. He's laying down in a bed, and he looks like he's asleep.
Like a jail cell.
Yeah, like a jail bed.
So his eyes are closed.
Yeah, his eyes are closed.
So I carefully reach out and touch his arm and then back off.
You touch him and he kind of stirs a little bit, but nothing.
So I use the blood kit to extract some blood. So
I mean,
I prep his vein and
when you prick him, he stirs a little harder, but his eyes never open. In fact, when you look at his face, because I'm assuming you're watching him very closely, his face is now clean. So all of the black gunk that was all over his face is now gone.
So is it safe to assume whatever's filling the bag is just normal looking blood then?
Yes. At appearance, it is normal.
So I guess I fill the bag and then I back off.
All right.
I get out of the cell and make sure he shuts the door and then I hand him the bag.
Yep. You hand him the bag. He's like, "Thank you." Was that so damn hard?
Could have been. I don't know. You didn't give me a lot of details about this guy.
I don't know. According to eyewitnesses, he went berserk and did a bunch of shit, but I don't know. We're hoping this toxicology report comes back and tells us if he's doing something. But I don't know.
Alright, well, you have a good night then. Then I leave.
Oh?
Go back to the park and...
I guess while he was doing that, I would look at Gail and Charles and ask if they could watch one could watch the park, one could watch the mayor's, the town hall, while I run over to the hardware store real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
See. We'll call it about 5 o'clock now. In game. So the shopkeeper's looking, at the clock, and he's like, "Yeah, it's about closing time ish." Then you walk through the door, and he's like, "Oh, it never fails. And about when I'm about to close the store, somebody walks through the damn door."
Usually how it works, isn't it?
Well, if your name's Jack, it works that way, and and that just happens to be me. So
Makes me feel better. I'm not just perusing. I want to buy some stuff.
buy away, my friend.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
I need a 2-foot piece of 1x4.
All right, yeah, we got that.
And some paints, a couple hooks to hang on the back of it. On the 1x4.
What color paint you looking for?
I'm making this up just as I would say a blue. I need a blue and white.
Blue and white. I think we got the blue. The white might be harder to come by. I got what do they call it? Oh no, I think I sold that the other day. Closest thing to white, I think I got yellow.
What colors do you have? I should say.
I've got the blue. It's a navy blue. I got yellow. I think I got a couple of cans of black.
I would do black and blue then.
Alright.
With some tape to tape off as I'm painting and some brushes.
Yeah, it's all common.
And then you got a little small tarp I could put. That way I could work and not make a mess.
Yeah, I mean, you got a tarp. Let's see. The brushes, the lumber, the hooks, the tarp. It's about $8.
I would I feel like Max would be the kind of guy in town, the way he keeps getting away with what he gets away with. He would he likes the fact that he likes the attention of the people liking him and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he'd pay $9 and he'd be like, just because I walked in late on the store when you're ready to close up, sorry about that. And I'd give him $9 and I'd leave.
All right, thank you much. Enjoy your handiwork.
Appreciate you.
And he takes your money and puts it in the register.
Take the stuff back to Gail's apartment.
Cool beans.
I'm not sure what happens next timeline wise.
No, I mean, I'm sure that takes, 15, 20 minutes. It's not dark, so it's still broad daylight. John, I mean, I guess you could perhaps by chance see John leaving the police outpost.
My hands would be full, so I just kind of look that way and look back as I'm walking to the apartment.
You see Max walking back.
Yeah, I just glance at him because he's, it's not every day. Someone walking past there in that small town and just keep going.
Okay.
And I go back to my watching post.
All right.
I would like to maybe in the meantime, after we're waiting between this time, to maybe go to the town hall. I'd like to go back to the motel and talk to the owner there and see if he or she knew of what happened during the break-in, if they heard anything.
So it's the motel owner's wife is currently running the desk. She runs it in the afternoon while he runs it in the morning. She sees you. Oh, Mr. Bronson, how's your statement?
Oh, hello. I was out late last night, and the craziest thing is I came back, and someone had kicked in the door, if you hadn't noticed yet, and tore the place up.
Someone kicked in our door. I didn't notice. But I mean, we're short staffed, so cleaning services are kind of on hold a little bit. Was anything of yours missing?
I'm trying to remember. Was anything missing? I don't think.
No, but
they just tore the suit up.
Yeah, though I mean, they were looking through your stuff so violently that some of your stuff was damaged.
Okay. Well then, no, it's just a couple of things were damaged. I didn't leave much in the room. I was just wondering if you had seen or heard anybody.
Oh, no, but in these crazy times, more and more vagrants keep showing up here. I mean, they could have seen something, maybe, or maybe it was one of them. Crime's usually, real low around here. We only have the one sheriff. Sigh. So,
That makes sense. I just wanted to let you know. Is
yeah,
it possible for me to get a new room?
Oh, absolutely. We can give you a new room. We can maybe, I guess, depending on how expensive the damages were to your objects, we could potentially compensate the room. I don't know about replacing your items, unfortunately. We don't get a lot of through traffic here in Stanley.
Yeah. Well, it was just a $100 suit,
Whew.
so I don't know how much of that
She
you
looks
can.
at you like, oh my god, why in the hell did you have $100 suit? Here.
I had to have a spare change of clothes, madam.
$100 suit. And she's so stunned by the number that you gave for an article of clothing. I could dress myself for a month for $100.
Well, I am from New York, and it was a custom tailored suit by really well known Italian. Oh, I don't even know the word for it. What's a suit maker?
It'd be a tailor.
Tailor, thank you. A very fine Italian tailor.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bronson. I'd go bankrupt if I tried to replace your suit, but I can at least compensate your stay.
Well, I would appreciate that very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you still happen to have the key for your room?
Yeah, I'll pull it out and give it to her.
Okay. She takes it from you and hands you a key. Here, this one should be a little bit better. It's on the second floor. I hope that's okay. It's room number 6. And it's
Sounds
at
perfect.
the very end of the balcony up the stairs.
And if we could, keep the name off the record, please, so they don't know where I'm staying this time.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I can just put occupied in our record book. And in fact, if you like, I can say that you signed out this morning.
That might be best.
Okay. And so she pulls out the ledger, and you see her next to your name, checked out. And then under that, she writes room 6 occupied. And then she also hands you. Did you pay for your entire stay up front? Or did you say?
I mean, probably, because I would assume he would probably be given a certain amount of money to stay in town for a set amount of time.
Yeah, back then they would give you travel money, and they would say, "Here's $100, whatever the number is a day," and then you would just use it as you deem necessary.
Okay. So she hands you a $30 and says, like, this is what your department compensated for your room. So this is the deposit for your room back.
Thank you very much. And if I can, I'll also look into this and see just who decided to destroy your very fine place here. That's
well. Thank you very much, Mr. Bronson. But yeah.
And I also try to quickly finish up my investigation, so that if it's just because I'm staying here, they don't come back and destroy another one of your doors.
Yeah. I gotta talk to Jack about getting a replacement door.
So you don't know anybody who might have come in the middle of the night?
I honestly, I don't know that many people that would be able to kick in a solid wood door that hard.
Can I
That's
roll psychoanalysis to see if she's lying to me?
I mean, you can, but I mean, I'll give it to you. She's definitely not lying. She's
Just a sweet old lady.
she's not old, she's not elderly, but she's around your age.
Oh, okay.
So she's, a 40-something-year-old housewife. She runs the desk when her husband tells her to. She makes him sandwiches when he tells her to. Kind of stuff.
Okay.
What was that look about?
Nothing.
Well, I mean, she's a hotel worker. I mean, I assume they don't have a cook.
Well, and that's just it. Unfortunately, she's kind of one of those housewives that gets trampled on by her husband. And you can tell that in her demeanor.
That's unfortunate.
Right. So,
I mean,
you can kind of tell that, like,
40s and 50s.
everything he doesn't feel like doing, he kind of makes her do. So, if he doesn't feel like cleaning up the rooms, she's the one that cleans up the rooms. If he doesn't feel like running the desk for the night, that's what she does.
So maybe like 10 rooms on the floor.
So there's a grand total of, I want to say, 9 rooms.
That wouldn't be a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not huge. 3
Right.
per floor.
Why is it an odd? Oh, okay.
Even 9 rooms sounds like too much.
Okay.
No, I mean that
It's
makes
a 3-story building.
And for one last thing, I would like to go, switch my items around. But while we're looking, I don't know if we specifically look for this. I want to go back in the room and see if I can see any black goop anywhere.
All right. Roll me a spot hidden, my friend, inside of your old room.
What the fuck? I got a 7, and then I got the special fancy symbol on my D10. Would that be 100?
So your percentile die is your special symbol.
Yes,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you rolled a 7.
Okay, cool. Then I got a 7. Which
Is that a critical?
I would imagine.
Is that a critical success for you?
Spot hidden, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a 12 for me, so I got under 12.
Alrighty. So you spot the most minute traces of the same exact black goo that was coming out of William. And
Okay.
I mean, these traces are like smaller than teardrops.
Okay. I would get the remnants of whatever items I brought with me, which is probably
You have a pair of leisurely clothes, probably
Some jammies.
maybe a
something along those
like
lines.
sleepwear.
I Italian dude silk jammies, 100% with his initials and
Initials, yeah.
He's got such expensive clothes. He's got a cheap ass gun. And
Hey, I said I had a Colt M1911.
that was standard issue for the military at the time.
Yeah, but for a cop to have it immediately, though, he probably spent some money on it instead of
Probably.
having like a standard revolver.
Right. So you gather up what's left of your clothes and you kiss your favorite suit goodbye.
I promise, baby, I'll avenge you.
Right.
Tears coming down.
And then, obviously you have your new room key. You can go put your stuff in your new room, or you can do whatever you like.
So while he's doing that, I guess I would be returning to the apartment.
Yeah, absolutely. You walk in. What is Gail doing when Max returns with hardware supplies?
Well, with Charles having left, I feel like I know John is keeping an eye on the mayor's place, so I'm doing my best to keep an eye on both, but I'm primarily just watching the police station.
Okay. So, all right. So Max walks in with, a bunch of random, seemingly objects.